The Student Academic Enhancement Services unit is located in Fairchild 114, and the academic advisors and counselors have a very unique position in that we provide one of the most professional environments for our students. We want to make sure that all of their educational goals are met, and in making sure that their educational goals are met, there are several very important steps that have to be followed. We have to be most knowledgeable about the students' testing skills. We also have to be very knowledgeable, and we want to thank all of you that work with us in Student Academic Enhancement Services of the core curriculum. That also includes whenever there are changes that are made within your departmental disciplines, we have to be aware of those. Our commitment is that students will complete their degree in 4 years. We've been hearing that for a number of years now, and I think I heard one of our faculty members say a few minutes ago about the 213 hours. Well, that's why academic advisors and counselors work so diligently with our departments. I see Ms. Rice, Dr. Mosley. We've worked with you in student support services centers to be sure that our students are taking courses that are defined in their core as well as in their discipline. Now, let me tell you something that happens sometimes. Students will fall in love with us. We don't say that to be negative, but they will definitely fall in love with us and they will come back to us. But once they have completed all of their testing, we do have to send them to their departments. We want them to be a part of their department so that they can follow the most accurate core curriculum before and now the departmental curriculum so that they can complete their degrees. They don't know that our courses are not offered every single semester, that maybe it's offered in spring or maybe it's offered in fall. When we first gave this presentation, there was a question about how do you expect them to meet you 3 to 4 times a semester? That's because our students come into us doing orientation, they come in for pre-registration. We'd like to meet with them just prior to mid-semester so that we can be sure that they are successfully passing their courses, and then we encourage them to pre-register. We also include areas as we define as a holistic approach. When students come into our office, sometimes there are challenges that they're facing, and we realize we are not equipped to help those students. Thus, you see a number of the buildings that you're probably most familiar with. We have to be sure that our students are well aware of the resources and services that are available, whether it's the health center, the recreational center. Knowing where their colleges and schools are is a really big challenge. Sometimes our students just don't understand the hierarchy that's involved in their being a student and being a part of a department. I saw a catalog that Ms. Spence had. Ms. Spence, you may want to hold up that catalog, but that catalog is very important in that undergraduate catalogs and course selection bulletins, those are the files that students really need to understand. When you first walk in our office, we have a mobile and it has every single degree plan, but we have to update before orientation in the middle of the semester because we have to be aware that sometimes, Dr. Mosley, as you know, we have to make changes, whether it's in a course number or it's in a course title. So the undergraduate catalog and the course selection bulletins are very important. Ms. Romeo is going to begin from here, and she is our technological expert in our office. But on a very serious note, all of our advisors have taken the banner training. Every year they take it, and this becomes very important in terms of our being able to be sure that our students are being placed in the correct courses, that the names are correct, and that we understand that you have to be really careful about the names, the T numbers, and also which departments they may have said to you, I'm majoring in this department, but we don't have any record of that. Ms. Romeo, and I'll step aside and you can speak in the mic.
Okay, I'm going to go over a couple of screens that we go through in the advising process. And one of the most valuable screens that we look at is the SOA test screen. That tells you about all the children's or the students' SAT, ACT, TAKS, any placement test that they have taken. There are 4 placement tests given here at Texas Southern University. That is the Asset, Compass, AccuPlacer, and the
Quick
THEA, the Quick THEA. So you will find everything in this matrix, and it will tell you also if the student is test responsible or test pass, or if they needed to. It places them into their testing class, as well. But if you do not see any testing in there in that screen at all, please, I can't express this enough. Please do not register the student for that. For any classes. Make sure they meet with our TSI compliance coordinator, which is Miss Stephanie Nauvoo, in which she makes sure that they are in compliance and make sure they have a test score in the system. The next screen we look at is SOA hold. This tells us whether the student has a hold or not. And there's several holds that we look at, which include TSI, admissions holds, financial hold, LD hold, or the TR hold. So if you see any of those holds, make sure the student is directed to the correct department in which they can take care of the hold that they have. But if they do not have a hold, you can go ahead and register the student, in which we also look at 2 to 3 other screens, which is short term. It tells us the student's GPA, how many hours they have earned, and they also go into detail per semester. Also, we look at short course. This gives you all the classes that they've taken here at Texas Southern University. The next screen we look at is SFA Regs. This is the registration screen, and this goes to where you can register the student as well into all their classes.
Thank you. We are really happy to say that in the fall of 2011, the Student Academic Enhancement Services Tutorial Center was formally opened. This is an entryway, and our tutorial center is manned by Texas Southern University students that are junior and senior level students. They must have 3.0 or above, and our students work from 10 to 20 hours a week. They have exceptional skills. And I must say to you, our last mentor last semester for math had a 4.0, and every time somebody came in to be tutored in math, they asked to be seen by this student. That says a great deal. Our peer mentors are also assisting our students in being sure that they understand, I have gone through what you are experiencing. Let me assist you in terms of sharing with you where are our tutoring sessions, not just in Fairchild. Yes, we're in 130, but we have computer labs in every building of just about every college and school. In this building on second floor, we also have in the rec center. And I think a little bit early, I don't know if Dr. Zeitler spoke, but our peer mentors today and on yesterday, our tutors were in an AVID seminar. And every semester, our tutors and our peer mentors attend what we define as best practices for our student leaders academically. So today and yesterday, they participated in the advancement via individual termination. AVID gives the students the best practices. It also helps them to be able to engage, enrich, and enlighten our students about what is the best way for me to be able to receive the services, to take notes, to understand my learning styles, and even to understand teaching styles. I just saw, am I running late? Okay, our student support services centers, and we collaboratively work with each and every one of them. We have a listing here from business, communications, education, College of Liberal Arts and Behavioral Sciences, pharmacy and health sciences, science and technology, and public affairs. And each semester, our academic advisors and counselors work with our coordinators for student support services centers to enhance our programming. And we want to take this time also to say thank you to the student support services centers for your open houses. Somebody said last week that we should keep this screen, Dr. Jennings. this is Student Academic and Enhancement Services and that we should send it to you. We're in Fairchild 114, and we sincerely thank you for allowing us. And as you see, it's excellence and achievement, and we really want our students to graduate in 4 years. Thank you, Ms. Boutte. I hope we stayed within our 10, 12